You've got one of those faces, don't you? Nowhere near as pious as seems proper for this part of the world. In that case, how'd you like to earn some honest gold for a little bit of dishonest work? Oh, just discrediting Grand Chanter Surus and his Society of the Dragon. They claim to be a religious order, but they're nothing more than a cult that loves Akatosh a bit too much. And anyone who questions their faith tends to disappear. I didn't until my sister Josseline joined them. She has no idea what Surus does to people. Take these notes and preach the word of Boethia around town. After the Grand Chanter arrests you for heresy, my sister will see how he treats you and leave. Bring Boethia's word to the cult's initiates. If that doesn't get you noticed, nothing will. Once they detain you, we'll show my sister exactly how Surus treats those who disagree with him. As long as you don't wind up disappearing along the way. Grand Chanter Surus isn't your typical Akatosh priest. He enjoys filling impressionable heads with religious nonsense, and he has a violent streak as long as Varen's wall. Rumors say that if he can't fill your head, he'll remove it. Literally. A plan? Yes, I have a plan. But let's not spoil the surprise. Just be ready for my signal and follow my lead. Now get out there and spread some heresy. I can't wait to see how the Society initiates Squirm. Who knows why a young woman in the prime of her life would throw away everything to take up with a bunch of religious fanatics. I suppose it had something to do with that job that went sideways when I had to kill Josseline's best friend. I'm afraid I had no choice. A rival of mine hired him to kill us when we attended a meeting. I learned his true intentions too late to decline the invitation. I never let my enemies make the first move, so I ended him before he could end us. Josseline was mad at me, mad at him, mad at life in general. She decided that piracy wasn't for her. She wanted to serve a higher purpose. Unfortunately, this particular higher purpose is worse than piracy. It hides its killing behind religion.
Akatosh bless you, outsider. What brings you to our humble town? I won't listen to the lies of a Daedra worshipper. I'll summon the Grand Chanter. He'll deal with you. May Akatosh and the Divine smile upon you this day and all the days to come. If you're interested, I can tell you all about the Society of the Dragon. How can you say such things? You monster!
Do not despair. Akatosh watches over us always. Lift your weary head and give praise. How dare you utter such blasphemy in this holy city? The Grand Chanter shall hear of this. Yeah!
Lord Akatosh, the dragon god of time, brings fire in the cold of night and light in the depths of darkness. There's room for you in the Society of the Dragon. All you have to do is say the word. That's enough blasphemy out of you for one day. The Grand Chanter wants to have a word with you. Your foul words have consequences, heretic. The Grand Chanter has ordered you to appear before him. Problem? Yes, there is a problem. You're preaching Boethiah's lies to the faithful initiates of the Society of the Dragon. The Grand Chanter won't stand for that, and neither will I. He orders you to appear before him in the Chamber of Penance. The Grand Chanter fears nothing, least of all a pathetic Daedra who pales in comparison to the mighty Dragon God. Now go see the Grand Chanter and face your judgment, or I'll gut you here and now.
Aggressed against the Dragon God.
By spreading the word of Boethiah to the initiates.
There is only one punishment for blasphemy. Behead them.
What? Isn't that a little extreme?
You dare question the will of Akatosh?
It doesn't say anything about beheadings in the Book of Akatosh.
Silence, Initiate. Lieutenant, deliver Akatosh's justice.
Is this the life you hoped for, Josseline?
Lerisa! I should have known. I'm leaving.
I like the sound of that. Time to go. I appreciate you not slaughtering everyone in there. A holy bloodbath wouldn't have served us any better than you getting your head chopped off. Unfortunately, Josseline is as slippery as I am. She snuck away before we had a chance to talk. Quite the opposite. Josseline fled with us, which means we gave her plenty to think about. I'd guess she's gone to one of the old Akatosh shrines along Varen's wall. Let's split up. If you find her first, politely ask her to wait for me to arrive. Remember, check the shrines along Varen's wall, and do try to keep the mayhem and slaughter to a minimum.
I've had it, I tell you. Here!
Do you mind?
Do you make a habit of accosting strangers at shrines of worship? Those zealots are the worst thing to happen to Kvatch in 60 years, and I've lived through 8 wars in the corrupt reign of the Longhouse Emperors. If you're looking for more of their kind, inquire in Kvatch rather than bothering pious folk. Perhaps?
Well met, Pilgrim. Have you come to pray? Best keep looking, then. I've been out here most of the day, but you're the first soul I've seen. So many in Kvatch have forgotten the old ways. They're all obsessed with their giant cathedral. They've forgotten how we used to worship. Shame that.
Yeah!
I knew I would find you here, blasphemer! Die!
You're working for my sister, right? How did you find me? No, never mind. Just tell me if you're here to talk or to kill me. Oh, just those little things I noticed. Like that cold look in your eyes. Or your rants about the splendor of Boethia. Isn't killing what a disciple of the warrior prince does best? Yeah, about that. I'm done with the Society of the Dragon. Turns out religion doesn't really agree with the women in my family. Especially not a crazy cult with a murderous priest for a leader. Now you're starting to really curl my spine. I could ask you the same. Just what were you doing spouting that Boethia nonsense in Kvatch? Are you some sort of Daedra out to prove a point? Are you Sheogorath? That's a more honest answer than I expected. My sister sent you, didn't she? She just couldn't let me deal with this myself, could she? Oh. And oh look, there's Lerisa now. What a surprise.
Josseline, could you be any more
My
predictable?
dear sister, I knew you'd find me. Are you here to kill me too?
My sister appears to be safe and sound. She's surprisingly calm, even if she's still mad about what I did to her friend. That's better than I expected. Thank you for your help. I couldn't have exposed Grand Chanter Surus's corruption without you. That's sweet, but you've already done more than enough. You helped me show my sister the truth about the Society of the Dragon. She's safe now, and our plan worked exactly as I'd hoped. I couldn't have saved Josseline without your help. Thank you.
Every time you help me, someone winds up dead. Couldn't you let me deal with this myself?
I didn't like the way we left things, Josseline. And when I realized what the Grand Chanter was up to...
So my big sister sails in to rescue me. Again, tell me, how many did the Grand Chanter kill?
At least 3 people since I've been paying attention. I haven't been in town that long.
So you called in someone to help?
I know you're angry, but he really would have killed you, Josseline. I couldn't let that happen.
You don't have to worry about me anymore. I'm done with the Society, and I'm done with Kvatch. But I am not going with you.
Fair enough. But anytime you need me, I'll be there.
I know. Goodbye, sister.
There goes Josseline, off to who knows where to do who knows what until I have to go and pull her hair out of the fire again. I could use a drink. A strong drink. Why don't you meet me in Anvil, and we'll drink to our success? It's what we do. She'll come back when she gets bored, or she needs something. She always does. Howler's a bit disappointed he didn't get more time with her, but he'll get over it. Nothing a few dozen mugs of ale won't cure.